Hello, my name's Justin, and our team is Be My Friend. So what we've been concentrating on is mental health. What's the problem, and how do we solve mental health issues without a therapist? So the way we've kind of done that is using Tropo, Bluemix, and JavaScript libraries to determine people's mental state. Now, we've got two demos. One of them is mine. It doesn't really work. And you've got my colleague Matt's. Basically, what happened today is we were doing a lot of stuff, and unfortunately, for some reason, let me just, actually, where is it? There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to find it. 1 second. For some reason it would not deploy so I've had to do it about 65 times in the last 2 days, and kind of got to a point where I was like, nothing's working. But what happened is all the tutorials worked yesterday, so it was like, well, hey, yeah. So literally, I've got one of the guys over here who's going to give me a phone call. And what's going to happen, hopefully I'm going to get that phone call to my email, transcribed. And then we'll show you what the tone analysis does. But most of you knows what it does because you've all been to Bluemix Watson server anyway, haven't you? But we got the, we definitely got that working. Hopefully.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay, hopefully, any moment now, it's going to pop up in the email, and we're going to see that working. Yay! So that part works. And let's have a look. Great, so I feel great, thank you very much. So literally what would have happened now, I can do it, so I'll just copy it and just show you really quickly. Is basically, it goes to Bluemix, and then, actually what's the point? To get onto the good demo in a second. Basically, it will just give you positive and negative kind of quotes on that. Anyway, I'll slide over for Matt.
You HDMI, Matt? I can do both. I'll stay on video. That's fine. I hope I can do both. Okay. Hey. Oh, I can't do both at the same time. So Justin was focusing on the voice side. So Justin was focusing on the voice side and looking at what people were saying and the sentiment from their speech. I wanted to look at video. Unfortunately, IVR platforms don't really support video. That's is a smiley sad face. So I took a different approach where I actually used a web browser as an application server. So this is my architecture. I've got a phone on the left. It is a SIP. It is a SIP phone, but it's running over WebSockets just for the purposes of this demo. It's talking to an IMS core, so this is like a proper SIP core. And then that talks to an application server, which is running in a web browser. But although it's running in a web browser, the key point to take away here is that that's part of the server. It seems like a crazy architecture, but it's just an easy way of getting stuff prototyped. So I'm hopefully going to do a demo. So this is my SIP call. It's my SIP phone, and I'm going to call this number. And hopefully, so I've got this.
And how can I help you today? Hi, I'm Kate. And how can I help you today?
So it's struggling a little bit because my face is out of the picture because the camera's a bit of a weird angle, but it should be tracking my head, hopefully. And And also, it should be telling whether or not I'm smiling or not. So if I pull a really sad face, and as I say, it's all running in the web browser. So this is actually the other end of the. This is the web browser running the connection, and if you should be able to see it's trying to track my face maybe, and trying to track the shape. And it should be giving, it will also give a prompt to say whether it's happy or not angry. Yeah, so this is all done in the web browser. This is using WebRTC, obviously, WebGL, and a load of JavaScript libraries to do all the processing. Yeah, there was a bit of a, the model is actually very well rigged, but just not very well animated by me. So just jumping back to the presentation. So there's a couple of screenshots. One thing I didn't mention is that all the audio is actually recorded as a WAV file, and you can download it. This is all done, as I say, completely in the browser. So that's using a lot of kind of quite cutting-edge technologies. In particular, the media capture from DOM Elements API, which I was using to allow you to do WebRTC from a WebGL context. So to do the 3D rendering to send back to the caller. Is actually only available in Google Chrome Unstable, which is a shame. But yeah, so a lot of different bits of technology to make that work. In terms of futures, so it would be really good to get the two things merged together, Justin's demo and my demo. I mean, that was the intention, we just didn't quite get there. We could also do sentiment analysis of the tone of the speech, so not the contents of the speech, but actually how people sound when they're talking. There was some quite interesting research done into that, and it's just some signal processing really, but getting that actually implemented would be quite fun. We really wanted to get into working between WebRTC media and RTP media using Dialogic. I just didn't have time, unfortunately. And long term, it would be great if actually video IVR platforms themselves supported this kind of stuff. I know that a number of the companies here have talked about having video support in the future, so that'd be quite cool. And just a couple of other applications of doing video IVR. So obviously, the use case there was a little bit extreme, but you could do things like using mirroring. If somebody emulates your gestures and your kind of body position, you build up more of a rapport. So that could be good for kind of automated announcement systems where you generally think they're a bit of a waste of time. You could actually make them seem more trustworthy. And also things like barcode recognition. So if I was phoning up with regard to a letter I've just received, I could show the letter to my phone camera, and it would immediately have the context of what we were talking about, what I was phoning up about. Anyway, all the source code for my stuff is up on GitHub if anyone wants to have a play. Any questions?
Mine's on GitHub as well.
Thank you so much, Justin and Matt. That was excellent. Do we have any questions? Tim?
I love it. But in order, keeping my awkward hat on, why didn't you just do it all in one browser?
So the key thing was that I wanted this to be accessible. I was using the web browser as a server. I want this to be accessible to people who aren't using WebRTC. You know, if I was using my phone to make a video call, I could phone up, let's say, the Samaritans, and it'd be uploaded to video. Maybe you wouldn't want to use an automated service for the Samaritans, but you could uplift that to video and process it like this, without having to be using a web browser as your access mechanism. I mean, people still do use phone as a communication mechanism.
I haven't seen anyone make a video call on a phone that wasn't in an app. But anyway, never mind.
It works on video on Volti. Yeah, I see people on the train every day using FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime on a phone.
I just think you could pull it all into the app and you don't need a server for it, but whatever.
Oh, so there was no server here. I mean, in terms of the
Well, yeah, never mind.
Cool.
We're agreeing mostly.
Yep. Cool. Any other questions before the guys disappear? If not, okay, excellent job, guys.